Or do you want me to?
Just
Shall
make
I repeat that?
No.
Shall I repeat it?
Just make me sound like the fucking boil.
Yeah.
This is Charlie Parsons for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate and available on
Okay,
DAZN.
no, Parsons. You said to me, don't repeat that, but I don't care, I'm going to repeat it. Off camera, before we started our interview, you just said to me, mate, can you give it the big one for me so I can blag it on TikTok and they all think I'm the man out here?
Oh, that's not quite what I said. I said so I look like the big dog.
So even worse. Please just blag it for me on TikTok so I look like the big dog out here. I mean,
the out here part isn't true. Just because you think it's true that I am the big dog out here, Edward.
do you know what? When I come back, I want to come back as Parsons. How old are you?
21.
21. You are out here on the Gold Coast. You are running around. You're presenting the main broadcast on DAZN. You're going out. You're chatting to respectable young women that you've got other names for. And can I just say as well, Mick, jump in here, mate. I know, look, I just want to say, Mick's not one for the cameras normally.
Not really,
what a job Tasman fighters have done.
Yeah,
And
well,
Fran,
we work hard.
No, but this is the staging, everything looks absolutely sensational. When I walked in here today, I thought this is got a huge event feel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well done, mate.
That's what it's about. Like, why not? We get one opportunity to put on a world title fight, so why not have a crack? You know, so everything down to the open workout on Sunday. You know, the media thing yesterday. Today's the weigh-in. Like down to the menu on the tables. Like Fran, Amanda, myself. Small team, but we work our asses off.
Fantastic, mate. Well done.
Thank you, mate.
Excellent job. Excellent job. Anyway, now I've got to go back to telling everyone how cool Parsons is, so he can have some joy on the Gold Coast.
When's Johnny Fisher coming?
Yeah,
Johnny Fisher comes tonight.
Does he? Good,
Yes.
good. Will he be at the cocktail thing? Will he?
He will be at the cocktail thing tonight. We'll be causing some carnage. What were you saying, Edward? Sorry, mate.
Just you, I think you've absolutely had it off.
You know what's quite?
Because I look back at me at 21. What was I doing at 21? I was working for LEA.
What's LEA?
London Events Agency.
Okay.
It's a sponsorship and athlete representation company. I was working in Covent Garden. Like my holidays were with the boys in Marbella and Iron Appa.
You were still having nice holidays.
Yeah, but I wasn't. I was absolutely not living life like you.
You know what I will say? And I was going to say little me would be quite gassed. I am still little and also
Tiny,
about 12
actually,
years of age.
tiny.
Fuck off, Edward. I'm massive.
No, borderline jockey.
Okay, Fez. You know what's sick about little fight weeks like this, where we've done a few of them, like Detroit, I found myself running with you, having breakfast all morning, where there's no one else for you to sit and speak to. I actually find myself weirdly, like, kind of high up in Eduardinho Hearn's
Not really.
importance
I mean, you've
rankings.
messaged me every day, 3 times a
This
day,
is
asking
bullshit.
to do things.
Yeah, but you're actually replying.
No, but
And you
I
now
had a
message
run
me.
with you. Like, I mean,
We had a bit of breakfast.
yeah, but like now we could be going to an ice bath with Daryl Foley. Be a nice bit of bonding.
No,
really.
did he?
Yeah, no, did it. But it's nice out here. It's a nice vibe.
It is. It's great fun out here.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. I feel like all week we've been getting them to prod. They haven't been biting. What a face-off to sell the fight ahead of tomorrow night.
Fantastic, and I really think that you saw 2 very determined fighters, 2 fighters that are bang up for it, 2 fighters that are ready. I like what I've seen from Nykia this week. I do.
Can I put you up on that? It's David Nykia.
Well, however I want to pronounce it, mate.
Oh, that's a bit disrespectful to poor David.
David
no?
Nykia, so it's David
Nykia. Yeah. Does that disappoint you slightly?
For me, I think Nykia sounds better.
I actually do agree with you.
So I'm going to go with
David,
that.
if you're watching this, I apologise.
David, I love you, but Nykia sounds better, so that's where I'm going to go with it. So anyway, he's a great fighter. Now, is it too early? Probably. But he's, unfortunately for him, fighting just an incredible opponent in Opetaia. For me, the best cruiserweight in the world. But it's going to be very exciting tomorrow night. Great fight.
Can you tell me what you said up on the stage about what they were? What did David say about Jai's trip to Saudi Arabia?
No, it was some of his entourage.
Okay.
They said, "How's your 15-hour flight to Saudi Arabia?" And I was like, "Oh, okay." So you're trying to get in his head, or you're banking that, And they also said you took him lightly about Nykia. So I think, look, sometimes like a corner team and that they try and take some hope that they've. And by the way, like Jai is travelling around a lot. Like he's got a lot of commercial obligations now with Riyadh season and stuff like that. So, but he's always ready, Jai. He's always ready. And tomorrow night he'll be ready. The atmosphere in here will be incredible. This place is completely sold out.
Quick run through of the card. I know all week we've been talking about how good Aussie boxing is, but a really strong card tomorrow.
Yeah, Justice Honey in a good fight against Sean Pottinger, the South African heavyweight champion. Just reversed a little bit with Justice after a tough night against Kevin Lorena. He's only 25 years old, but he's a very, very good heavyweight. Tera Moana back in action. A couple of good fights. I like this Max McIntyre kid.
Yes.
I think he's got a lot about him. Ben Marnie in a good fight. Really, really good card. Of course, the main event is a cracker.
I got a funny message off Sam Jones yesterday saying, all that long interview and you didn't message Jack Catterall. I said, mate, I interview Edward every single day. Give me chance.
So
we
now
do
you
have
can
that
ask
fight.
Jack Catterall.
Jack Catterall.
Listen, Sam Jones messaged me as well, and it's like, Teofimo Lopez, I know he's very active on Twitter. I haven't seen the tweets, but people were telling me, and is he going to fight soon? I know there was talks of Teo moving up to 147, and if he does, obviously we'd love Catterall against Barboza to be for the world title. But in a worst case scenario, we'd like it to be for the interim world title, because I don't know when Teofimo's going to fight again. So yeah, we'll speak to Gustavo and everyone at the WBO, and that's a fantastic fight, Catterall Barboza, February the 15th in Manchester. Don't miss it.
You said you don't know what he has tweeted. He tweeted, "What's my buyout again?" ? At Top Rank, basically insinuating, can someone get him out of his deal? He's not happy. We heard that they were going to do the Matthias fight on pay-per-view, which I was a little bit sort of baffled by. What do you make of that? And would you look at working with him?
Yeah, I like Teofimo Lopez. I don't think he likes me a lot.
He likes you.
And I think, I don't know why, by the way, but I think he's a great fighter. I think he's
ever since that George Campbell.
Yeah, like he was like, if that was a Top Rank show, I would have won. I said, well, fucking, they didn't bid enough money,
now
did
he
they?
wants to leave Top Rank.
Yeah, I know. Look, who knows? But I don't know. Is there a buyout? Is that something Bob's prepared to look at? We shall see.
Eddie, all week you've been saying how excited you are to get back to London for the Ring Magazine Awards.
Yeah.
It's on the 11th.
Saturday,
I know that. What can we expect to see? I know that His Excellency Turki Al Sheikh, very well invested in the sport. We're going to see all these awards. Fighter of the Year, kind of for me, obviously has to be Oleksandr Usyk. Yeah. Talk me through what you think we're going to see.
The way that His Excellency described it to me was the Ballon d'Or.
Sick.
Of boxing. I've always think we should really have it. I mean, we do have a lot of awards.
But not like one.
We don't have a ceremony, really. Yeah. I mean, away from the Boxing Writers Awards and stuff like that. But this is, as you can imagine, this is going to be a rather big deal, yeah.
Yeah. Billy Nelson said that Dubois isn't world level and he needs to fight Bukoli to get that status. Any reaction?
But Dubois has beaten Filip Hrgović, Anthony Joshua and Jarrell Miller in his last 3 fights. Who has Martin Bukoli for to prove that he is at world level? And by the way, I do think he is at world level. But how can you say, I mean, I don't even represent Daniel Dubois, but how can you say Daniel Dubois is not world level with these last 3 victories, particularly Anthony Joshua at Wembley Stadium?
You know what makes me laugh about, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful sense, but the whole Martin Bukoli camp is they just talk, and they truly strongly believe it.
Listen, I like Billy a lot, right? And Martin's a really good fighter, but I think, I don't know, it's kind of like a one-man band. Like, who's pushing Martin Bukoli other than Billy Nelson?
He is still signed to boxer, right?
Yeah, but I don't see anyone out there banging a drum for Martin Bukoli saying this guy's the best heavyweight on the planet, everyone's running scared. That's what I'd be doing. But he's fighting F.A. Ajagba, isn't he, an eliminator for the world title?
Well, AJ said that Ajagba would knock him out, and Bukoli's blasted AJ for saying that he's going to knock AJ out.
Ooh.
I mean, beef. Like beef.
It's a good fight. Really good fight. Bukoli's a good fighter.
Bukoli wins.
He lost to Michael Hunter, which is not the greatest look in the world, but
Hunter was good. He just lost
momentum. He never wanted to rematch Michael Hunter.
Povetkin, you mean?
No.
Oh, you mean Bukoli never wanted to? But it's kind of gone now, right?
No,
that ship sailed.
Why?
Do you think that's still a fight to make?
He beat him. You should always look to avenge a defeat. He never wanted to fight that fight.
Do you not feel like Michael Hunter's kind of less in demand a little bit now, which is a shame because he was.
I don't think now they need to do it, but he swerved that rematch for ages.
Yeah.
I don't blame him. It's not a good style for him. Let me just get a water. Hang on.
Okay. Can you just keep talking to them while I film?
Yeah, I'm just up here trying to get a water.
I don't know what
and
he's
Charlie
saying, but-
Parsons is a complete and utter bellend, and he can't hear what I'm saying right now, which is even funnier. But he's over there. He's got some weird legs on him, almost like I wouldn't call them calves and I wouldn't call them
I have no
ankles.
clue
I'd
what
call
he's
them
saying.
cankles.
What did you say? Out of
Nothing really. I
curiosity?
was just talking about the
I
water.
suppose I'll see when I watch it back.
Yeah,
right?
probably. Late night viewing for you.
What?
What?
Editing.
Oh yeah.
What were you on about?
Probably just sit there at night listening to me.
That would be a bit weird. Although I reckon there are people out there that do that. Simon Jordan called AJ and Fury the battle of the losers.
Is he even worth? What do you mean? Come on. Oh, you want me to drop some beef on Simon Jordan? Do you?
No, but I'm just saying react to the comments. I mean, technically they did lose, but Oleksandr Usyk some feat to that.
Battle of the losers. I mean, you're calling two of the best heavyweights of our generation, two guys that single-handedly changed the landscape of the heavyweight division, two of the biggest draws that boxing's ever seen, two guys that have dedicated their life to the sport. One's an Olympic champion and a two-time heavyweight world champion. The other's a world champion, beat Klitschko, beat Wilder. They come up short against in tough fights. But Battle of the Losers is so disrespectful. I don't know why he seems to do that. I mean, you know, like, is he the best disc jockey in the world? I mean,
When are we going to see you guys have another little round 2? Round 3? Round 4? What would we be on now?
the referee stopped the contest, mate.
Oh, really? We're not getting no Pacquiao Marquez.
No one's interested in mismatches.
Fair enough. Katie Taylor, will she fight Amanda Serrano in a trilogy? Will she get that Croke Park fight? Feels like we've been talking about that for a long time.
Yeah, I think there's. I mean, look, the fights for Katie. Obviously, you've got Chantel Cameron 3. You've got Serrano 3. For me, off the back of the Netflix audience, I think Taylor Serrano 3 makes sense. They've given us 2 fights of the year. I think they could fight 100 times, and you'd get 100 fights of the year, honestly. So yeah, we'll see what's next.
Upcoming schedule in the UK so far, if you want to give us a little run through that, and then anything that we could, I feel like we've kind of seen most of Q1. Are you starting to put Q2 together?
We've got quite a lot to announce in Q1 still. In the UK, well, globally, I mean, obviously tomorrow night we've got Opetaia against Nykia in Australia. Then January 25th we've got the double header. We're in Nottingham for Dalton Smith for the European title. Ellie Scottney defends her world title as well. Conor Walker as well, challenging for the British and Commonwealth against Harry Scarf. And then a couple of hours later in Las Vegas, Diego Pacheco against Steve Nelson. Great Vegas. Diego Pacheco against Steve Nelson, great fight. Tito Mercado against Pedreza, great fight. And also Andy Cruz against Osido. Really good card in Vegas, actually. That's the 25th, 31st. We're at the O2 for a next gen show. George Liddard as well. And then February the 15th, big show in Manchester. Jack Catterall against Barboza. 22nd, the greatest card we've ever seen. Riyadh season. Then March the 1st, huge night in Belfast. Donovan against Crocker, final eliminator for the IBF world title. March.
Forgot about Pat Brown.
There'll be a show March the 8th. Will be announced shortly. There'll be a show March 15th announced shortly. There'll be a show March 22nd announced shortly out here in Australia. March 28 is going to be Pat Brown making his pro debut on the next gen in Manchester, so that's a very busy month in March. And then we move into April. Expect a big boots fight in April. Obviously we've got Bam to get out, possibly. And hopefully a big Conor Ben fight to announce as well.
What's your boxing wish list for this year?
Ben Eubank,
Yeah.
AJ Fury,
Yeah.
Inoue Akhmadaliev.
Yeah. Have you had any more conversations prior to the night in Monaco for that one?
No, because as soon as he fights Sam Goodman, the WBA are going to say to him, just so everybody knows, right? Because I know these things. When he fights Sam Goodman, the WBA are going to send him a letter the next day. You have to fight Akhmadaliev immediately. He's already agreed and signed to fight Picasso, a top-ranked fighter, in May or something like that in America. So he will be vacating the WBA world title, Akhmadaliev will be elevated to the World Championship. We will take our defence, and then my prediction is that His Excellency will try and make Akhmadaliev against Inoue for the undisputed World Championship in December in Riyadh.
What did you make of Tank's new look?
What's the new look?
Oh, can I show you? I'll get a little photo up on screen as well. I think you're going to be interested by this one. Tank confuses me a bit, Eddie. He just like I never really know.
You confuse a lot of people.
Yeah, but I'm not Tank.
You're definitely not Tank.
I can't find the
You're
photo.
wank. That's what you are.
Okay, I'm going to have to go on his Instagram now.
What is it, haircut or something?
Yeah, just you'll see, mate. Oh, I can't find it, man.
Great content.
Oh, awful content. I'll see if I can find it. I had one more question. What did you think of Big John and Gareth sort of?
Yeah, look, it's very emotional for the family, isn't it? Like, you know, I think whenever your son's getting criticised, you're always going to back him and protect him. But everyone's always going to have an opinion. And you're never going to be able to win every argument. And sometimes, you know, but you're passionate because it's your family. Oh my God, that's not Gervonta Davis.
Yes. I told you it was a bit like, it weren't like... Do you want to show the camera?
No.
What's happened there?
That's a bit.
How did it go down?
Not looking good, bruv. Okay, Eddie, thank you ever so much for your time. We are off for an ice bath now. Make sure everyone subscribes who's watching this to
Do
Parsons
not miss
vlogs.
this fight tomorrow. It is a banging fight. Opetaia against Nykia, live on DAZN. Tune in.
If you are in Australia and New Zealand, buy the pay-per-view. If you sign up to 12-month subscription...
Yeah, that sounds too good to be true.
Doesn't it? If you also sign up for 12 months, which you obviously would, DAZN, the home of boxing, sprinkle a bit of Frank Warren in there as well, you get the pay-per-view free.
Unbelievable.
And then, mate, it's like lunchtime viewing in the UK. Who's not watching it?
So watch it.
But